One dive, one moment, one goalkeeper standing between Wrexham and disaster at Fratton Park. Arthur Okonkwo wasn't just making saves on Wednesday night, he was making a statement about who he's becoming. Alright Wrexham fans, if you love the Red Dragons like I do, smash that subscribe button, because what Arthur Okonkwo did at Portsmouth deserves to be talked about. Let's dive in. Phil Parkinson couldn't hide his emotions after the final whistle. Arthur was brilliant, he said. I'm delighted for the big man. A 0-0 draw at Portsmouth. On paper, it's a point gained on a difficult Wednesday night away. But anyone who watched that match knows the truth. Without Arthur Okonkwo, Wrexham leave Fratton Park with nothing. 0 points, defensive confidence shattered, momentum gone. The 23-year-old former Arsenal youngster produced the kind of goalkeepers dream about. The spectacular diving save to deny Josh Murphy's thunderbolt. The goal line heroics to keep out Ebane Bowak when it seemed certain to go in. Save after save after save as Portsmouth threw everything at Wrexham's goal. This wasn't just about shot stopping. This was about a young goalkeeper coming of age in the Championship, growing into the demands of second-tier football, proving he belongs at this level when the pressure's at its highest. Wrexham are now unbeaten in 4 Championship matches, sitting 14th in the table, building momentum. And at the heart of it all is a goalkeeper who's travelled this entire journey with the club, from backup in League 2 to Championship number 1. But to understand why Wednesday night mattered so much, we need to go back to where this story began. Arthur Okonkwo arrived at Wrexham in the summer of 2023, a promising talent from Arsenal's academy. Big, athletic, raw potential, but unproven at senior level. Back then, Wrexham were preparing for League 2. Ben Foster was the established number 1. Okonkwo was learning, watching, waiting for his opportunity in a squad that was about to achieve something extraordinary. That season, Wrexham stormed to the League 2 title. Back-to-back promotions. Hollywood's club were heading to League 1. And quietly, behind the scenes, Okonkwo was developing, getting minutes, building confidence, growing into the shirt. Fast forward to this summer, Wrexham win League 1 and reach the Championship. It's the biggest step yet in this incredible journey, and suddenly the goalkeeper situation becomes critical. The Championship is brutal, unforgiving. One mistake can cost you matches. You need a keeper you can absolutely trust. Phil Parkinson made his decision. Arthur Okonkwo would be his number 1. The big man from Arsenal's academy was being handed the responsibility of keeping goal for a newly promoted Championship side with global attention and Hollywood owners watching every match. The pressure? Immense. The scrutiny? Constant. Welcome to Wrexham Films everything. Every save, every mistake, every moment of brilliance or doubt captured for millions to see. Early season was mixed. Wrexham were adjusting to Championship football. Results were inconsistent. The defense was learning on the job, and Okonkwo, he was doing exactly what young goalkeepers do, making brilliant saves one week, looking uncertain the next. But here's what nobody talks about. Goalkeepers develop differently to outfield players. They need time. They need mistakes to learn from. They need big moments to grow their confidence. Portsmouth away on a Wednesday night? That's a big moment. Fratton Park is one of those grounds where the atmosphere hits you. Passionate crowd, tight pitch, Championship football at its rawest. And Portsmouth, despite having the division's worst attack, were desperate for points, desperate to prove themselves. From the first whistle, they came at Wrexham, wave after wave of attacks, the kind of relentless pressure that tests everything about a defense. Organization, communication, resilience, and above all, your goalkeeper. The 62nd minute, Josh Murphy cuts inside. Championship experience, quality player. He unleashes an absolute thunderbolt towards the top corner. Arthur Okonkwo flies, full stretch, fingertips. The kind of save that changes matches, changes momentum, changes belief. The ball's diverted away. Portsmouth can't believe it. The Wrexham fans behind the goal erupt. And Okonkwo, he's up on his feet, screaming at his defense, organizing, commanding. This is his goal, his area, his responsibility. Minutes later, another moment of madness. Ibane Boat somehow finds space in the box. The shot's goal-bound, certain goal. But Okonkwo reacts. Goal line positioning perfect. He makes himself big. The ball's blocked. Wrexham survive again. What would you have done watching that unfold? Your heart in your throat, knowing one tiny mistake ends the clean sheet, ends the unbeaten run. But Okonkwo wasn't panicking. He was thriving. Parkinson said it perfectly afterwards. He's improving every week. He's made this journey through the divisions with us, and he's adapting all the time. That word, adapting, it's everything in football. The ability to grow, to learn, to become better when the level rises. Portsmouth kept coming, shot after shot. Okonkwo kept saving, some routine, some spectacular, all crucial. This was a goalkeeper putting on a masterclass in concentration and positioning. But here's the thing that nearly changed everything. The 60th minute, Lewis O'Brien, completely unmarked in the box, golden opportunity to win the match. He shoots straight at Joseph Bursic. The chance is gone. Parkinson didn't hide his frustration. It was a big opportunity. If he looks back, he probably didn't need a touch and could have put it in the back of the net. Fast time. In those moments, you need them to go in and win you games. Suddenly, Okonkwo's heroics could have been for nothing. Wrexham could have grabbed all 3 points despite being under pressure. Could have left Portsmouth with maximum rewards for minimal control. Instead, they're holding on to a point that their goalkeeper is earning almost single-handedly.
The final whistle blows. Okonkwo walks straight to the travelling Wrexham fans, arms raised, acknowledging their support. And the response? Absolute adoration. They know what they've just witnessed. Social media erupted with praise. Wrexham supporters who'd been cautiously optimistic about Okonkwo earlier in the season were now fully convinced. That's our number one, was the overwhelming sentiment. Arsenal's loss, our gain. Parkinson's post-match comments revealed everything about how he views his young keeper. I'm delighted for the big man. He can be very pleased with keeping a clean sheet. But notice what else he said. Wrexham had to show completely different quality compared to the Coventry match. Against Frank Lampard's league leaders, they'd been aggressive, dominant, attacking. At Portsmouth, they needed resilience, defensive organisation, shot-stopping brilliance. That's championship football. You can't play the same way every week. You need different qualities for different challenges, and your goalkeeper needs to adapt to whatever the match demands. The media coverage focused on the unbeaten run. 4 matches without defeat. Wrexham sitting comfortably in 14th, looking more like an established championship side with every passing week. But the real story was Okonkwo's development. Inside the dressing room, you can imagine the scenes. Defenders thanking their keeper, teammates recognizing a performance that saved them a point. Phil Parkinson probably pulling Okonkwo aside and telling him that's the standard now. That's what championship goalkeeping looks like. This performance matters because it confirms something crucial. Wrexham have a championship quality goalkeeper, not just someone who might develop into one eventually, someone who's ready now. 4 matches unbeaten, clean sheets becoming more regular, defensive confidence growing. All of it starts with having a keeper you trust absolutely. Okonkwo has given Parkinson and his defenders that trust. Remember, this is a goalkeeper who's made the same journey Wrexham have made. League 2 to League 1 to Championship. Each step more demanding, each level requiring adaptation. And he's done it. He's proven he belongs. What happens next? Wrexham face a relentless championship schedule. 46 matches of absolute warfare. They'll face days when their keeper needs to be the difference between 1 point and none, between survival and disaster. Wednesday night at Portsmouth proved Okonkwo can handle those moments. The Hollywood narrative often focuses on Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney's spending, the big-name signings, the stadium development. But the real story of Wrexham's rise is players like Arthur Okonkwo, young, hungry, talented footballers who've grown with the club and become genuine championship quality. From Arsenal's academy to Wrexham's #1, from backup in League 2 to match winner in the Championship, Arthur Okonkwo's journey mirrors everything this club represents: patience, development, and belief that quality emerges when you give talent the chance to grow. One dive at Fratton Park, one moment of brilliance, and suddenly everyone knows Wrexham's goalkeeper situation is sorted. What did you think of Okonkwo's performance? Let me know in the comments. Hit like if you're backing Arthur and the Reds, and I'll see you in the next one. Come on, you Reds!